Hi guys! I think there are proverbs all over the world. The proverbs contain the wisdom of our predecessors and are useful for deepening the history of each country. What's more, you can express things in a straightforward way, and if you use it casually, you might come across as knowing. I would like to introduce some of the famous proverbs in Japan as well as some lesser known but interesting ones. I'm going to introduce some of the major things that Japanese students are sure to learn. You may have many opportunities to hear about it. There's good fortune in what's left over. It means that when you choose something, there is something unexpectedly good in the things that no one else chooses and remain until the end. It's also about realizing the goodness of what everyone overlooks. The year's plan should be decided on New Year's Day. They say that you should plan for the year at the beginning of the year. It teaches us that by doing so, we can spend the year without wasting time. I wonder if everyone will still remember it a year from now. The duck came with a green onion on its back. In Japan, there is a dish using duck called kamonabe, and it is made with green onions. It is a combination of necessity and convenience that occurs in this way. The relationship between dogs and monkeys is an analogy of a bad relationship. In the famous Japanese children's story Momotaro, dog and monkey are a team to kill demons, but they used to mean that they don't get along. This mackerel. It represents deceit when asked about your age. In the old days, when there were no refrigerators in Japan, mackerel was easily damaged, so it was counted quickly when it was sold, and it was difficult to match the actual number. This is the reason why the word mackerel came to be known as reading mackerel, and it is a popular theory that it was changed to its current meaning. Wherever the place you live now is best. Even if the place is inconvenient, if you get used to living there, it will be just as comfortable as the city. But I still want to live near a train station. Thunder in blue sky. It refers to a big event or surprise that happens suddenly, like a thunderstorm striking despite a clear sky. The moon and the turtle is a metaphor for two things that are similar in form but completely different. Drinking decoction of that in nail. Of course, we don't actually do this. It's an analogy of emulating someone better than yourself and trying hard to get closer to that person. The shout of a crane is the single voice of the person in power that brings the discussion together. The crane's cry is more powerful than that of other birds because of its high-pitched and loud voice. From there, the crane is likened to the speech of a powerful person. Thermal bugs that fly into the fire. It's about jumping into danger without realizing it and willingly. It is likened to an insect that flies at the light on a summer night and burns to death when it touches fire. Gold for the cat is a metaphor for the uselessness of giving something precious to someone who doesn't know its value. Need help even if it's cat's hand. It means that they are busy and need anyone to help them. I wonder how busy they are. Hands fly out of throat. It's a metaphor for wanting something very much. If we actually did this, it would be so horrible and we wouldn't be able to do it either. Better a dango than a flower. It's about valuing profits over appearances. In Japan, there is an event called Hanami, where people go to see the cherry blossoms in the spring. The proverb was born from the fact that some people would rather eat dango there than see beautiful flowers at a Hanami. You can't fight on an empty stomach. It means that you need to be well prepared to do things. The part where Benkei cries. It is named after an old great man called Benkei in Japan. This weeping part is about the thing which is considered his only weakness. In other words, This proverb is a metaphor for the greatest weakness that any strong person can have. The scales fall from eyes. It's a proverb that means to realize something you didn't know by an unexpected opportunity. I'm not talking about contact lenses. It doesn't hurt even if put it in eyes. It is a proverb that expresses how much you love what you like. I really wish they would only put in contact lenses. The rice cake shop is the best about rice cakes. It is a proverb that means that it is better to ask an expert to do something you are not familiar with or are not good at. Good luck comes to those who are smiling. It's saying that laughter attracts happiness. From now, I'll introduce some interesting proverbs that are not so famous. These are nose hairs. It means to set a so-called honey trap. Why is nose hairs? The first is positive, the second is money, and the third is handsome. It's a proverb that says that the most important things for a man is to be positive in love. The second most important thing is money, and the third most important thing is to be handsome. I learned that love can't be bought with money. Give a chili pepper to a crying child. It is a metaphor for the fact that giving it is remarkably effective. It comes from the legend that if you try to give chili peppers to a crying child, he or she will be frightened by the taste and will soon stop crying. The method is cruel. Even if your aunt's house burns down, you should still rest after your meal. This means that a break after eating is necessary for your body's health. It's awful to think about how Aunt felt when her house burned down. The washing of life. It means that like washing off the stains of clothes, to forget about the daily grind by enjoying yourself to the fullest. What did you think of it? In Japan, the proverbs introduced today are used surprisingly often, so you might benefit from knowing them. The English word sooner or later is often used in exactly the same sense as the Japanese proverb osokare hayakare. It's interesting how different cultures have similar sayings. We'll be verifying a lot more in the future. If you enjoy, please subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video. Bye!